Welcome back, you lost knights of Camelot, to another exciting day of Let's Play Lands of Lore. I gotta stop saying that. Baldur's Gate, Lands of Lore, Good Edition. Last we left off, we were doing the good. I think we were probably going after Dynahair, which is interesting. It's interesting that the good and evil Let's Play. I did not plan this. None of the Let's Plays are planned. But I did not plan that both good and evil Let's Plays would intersect with this quest at this point. I do need to perform an addendum to the last episode. The last episode I said something silly. I said something like, disarm traps. What is happening here? We got waylaid by an ogre mage? Is it invisible? Holy what? I feel like this is new. I don't feel like ogre mages used to waylay you. Is this a Baldur's Gate Advanced Edition thing? Anyway, let's get some house cleaning out of the way before we get into this. Alright, last episode I said that disarm trap let you detect trap let you detect trap, and then open locks let you disarm it. Apparently that's totally false. Detect trap both detects and disarms the trap. It's the same stat for the same thing. Also, we already mentioned this in the evil run, but we'll mention it here. There was an error, or rather a bug, with the Luther mod sound pack. Not with the pack itself, but the way that I had installed it. Luther now should be fully voiced over when we select him here.
No, not in here. Excellent. I'm not surprised. But what? So
now we actually have dialogue lines when we click on him, as well as the appropriate subtitles. Now, this has all been updated on Please Insert CD, so if you go to the website, link below, it's got instructions on how to fix this. Basically, it's caused by the Siege of Dragonspear mod. I think that's what it's called. Is it Sword of Dragonspear? Or is it Spear of Dragons? I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, instructions, it's all updated. We should be all good to go. Okay, let's fight ourselves a waylaid ogre mage. He was invisible, and then he cast what appeared to be an armor spell. Ghost armor. Ooh, that's actually pretty hefty. Although I do believe ogre mages are unarmored to begin with. So ghost armor, that's going to give him what, an AC of 2? But that's before we account for dexterity bonuses and whatnot, or natural armor, whatever ogre mages get. I think we're going to be fine, just because this is a single ogre mage. It does not seem likely that a single ogre mage can fight our party, even though we are a party of level 1s predominantly. It looks like Imoen's sporting that level 2. Jaheira, of course, multi-classed. Even though she has 2 level 2s, she functions essentially as a level 2 fighter. Sorry, level 2 character. Edwin probably won't be much use to us, is it? Oh, that's right, we had Edwin on our team because we were keeping an eye on him as we go rescue Dynahair. Yes, it's all coming back to me. Alright, let's actually play the game now. Holy mackerel. Alright, I said we'd have a chance here, but a Melf's acid arrow immediately hits Khalid. We have no ability to heal him. He is dead. Unless... No, we have nothing. With him having morale failure, and Jaheira doesn't have the ability to remove it, none of our party has the ability to remove this morale failure. This is so sad. I think Khalid is just dead. I don't... The Melf's acid arrow is going to trigger here again. We managed to kill the ogre mage. Okay, so what I'm hoping is maybe we can transition to the next area. Nope. Too late. I was thinking perhaps there was a chance we could transfer to the next area before the tick of the acid arrow, but no, doesn't look like it was meant to be. Okay, let's go ahead and... Wait.
Okay, had to try.
I didn't even know there was a dialogue line that played if you tried to pick something up and you couldn't.
Okay, had to try.
Do other characters do that? Oh, I guess it doesn't count for Minx because he's got a empty inventory. That's hilarious. Oh, we lost a sword. So we use the long sword. Oh, that's Khalid's long sword. We'll probably want to give that back to him. No, well, we've got 2 bastard swords here. I thought Khalid was proficient in long swords, not bastard swords. Yeah, he is. Why do we have 2 bastard swords? What is the point of this? Anyway, Khalid is only level 1, and we're gonna try. I know I didn't say this. I kind of also already mentioned this in the Evil Let's Play, but we're gonna try to play Baldur's Gate without save scumming, which I think most people, when they play the game, typically, you know, if your character dies, you just reload the save file, and it's really not that big of a deal either way, especially because Khalid here is only level 1. He's only going to cost 100 gold to res. We're going to try to play Baldur's Gate without loading as much as we can, but we do want Khalid back here. We don't necessarily need him. This is going to be the second time we've resed him, though, haven't we?
That might work.
Yeah, it's interesting, though. I didn't realize there was a line read when you try to pick up stuff and you can't. I really don't remember that. We should check to see if that exists for the NPCs, the old NPCs that were in original Baldur's Gate, because I bet there's no line read for it. I feel like this Tempest, this Priest of Helm is just like, you guys again? This guy again? Yes, well, we happen to like our bumbling fighter, thank you very much. Yes, he is a handful.
An unexpected request, but sure.
Anyway, let's throw some clothes on poor Khalid. Of course he has clothes, and by clothes I mean armor. We'll probably want to drop by... Yeah, see, with these two Bastard Swords, we'll give the Bastard Swords to Minx. What is Minx proficient in? Two-handed, definitely. He has to be. No! Wait, what? Okay, two-handed sword makes sense. Mace, okay, whatever, I don't care. Longbow makes sense. But he's got 2 points in 2 weapon style? What? Okay, so if you're min-maxing, 2 weapon style is actually the best weapon style to go into. Early on in the game, a shield does you very well, but the longer you get into the game, and when I say longer, I'm talking more like Baldur's Gate 2. About the time you get into Baldur's Gate 2, that's when 2 weapon style really starts to outstrip single weapon sword and shield style. The bonuses that you get from the shield stop outweighing the penalties of dual wielding. Oh, we forgot about Nira here. Just a fancy, my luck, seeing you stroll in here bold this day. I expected a hunt and chase from the description, but who am I to argue with easy coins in the purse? May the Lord of Shadows guide you swiftly to your death. So it seems that someone wants us dead in the inn. Is there no compassion in your heart? Will you not reconsider? To put it as succinctly as possible, no. Alright, so Nira is a cleric that will assault you if you try to rest at the inn in Ashgale. She can be troublesome, but basically only if she manages to catch someone with her hold person spell. So we're going to do everything we can to rain things down on her while she's casting that spell. And you see, we used Imoen's magic missile wand there because it's the perfect instrument to, timing-wise, guarantee damage, guaranteed that Nira is going to have to roll to see if she loses concentration or not. She does lose concentration. So we're gonna not hopefully be held here. We'll have to see what happens on the next cast, because I'm sure she'll have another spell that she's gonna want to use. We'll have Edwin use armor, mostly because he's kind of useless in this fight, and I doubt there's much useful he can do, so at least this way, if he gets attacked directly by Nira, maybe he'll dodge or something. Nira's going for a new caster. We can use the Wand of Magic Missiles again. I don't know if it's going to happen in time. It does not. However, it looks like her spell only affected Minsk here, giving him rigid thinking, so he will be outside of our control, and he will even possibly attack our own party members. I accidentally canceled Edwin's spell there, which is unfortunate, because now he is unarmored. Now, the real problem here is we have another spell coming up from Nira. This surely is the hold person spell. We got a hit there, but it looks like she saved and still didn't lose the spell. Magic Missile comes in, but still she doesn't lose the spell. So we're going to have to deal with whatever the outcome of that is, which is Jaheira being held. Now, Jaheira isn't the worst candidate here because she has the highest HP on her team.
I'm not surprised.
Meaning that we have a sort of decent chance to still win this. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Minsk is out of her control, and he's drooling over here by the table. Jaheira is out of commission, but she did have no real useful spells at this point, so I guess she would have been an attacking bot. Luther really needs to pull his weight here and land a good, strong hit. Well, there you have it. I think that was a good, strong hit from Luther. Roll of 20 plus 3, 14 slashing damage, in addition to 5 magic damage from Imoen's Wand of Magic Missiles, and that'll take what could have been a bad situation and put it properly in our control again. Now, Minsk has me a little worried here. Minsk is attacking Jaheira. Because he's not hostile, because Jaheira isn't hostile, we're going to try to talk to the Innkeeper and see if the Innkeeper will just let us sleep. And, oh, dang it, won't let us rest at this time. This is very, very bad. There's a chance we can prevent Minsk from killing Jaheira by actually having Edwin cast Color Spray here. And there we have it. So unfortunately Imoen got knocked out as well, but Minsk is now knocked out, preventing him in his rigid thinking from harming Jaheira further. Now we do have another Color Spray spell when that comes up. Hopefully we won't need to use it. Hopefully the rigid thinking spell will just simply wear off at that point. Now why does Minsk have 2 different symbols here? Oh, he has sleep and fatigue. But yeah, well, I think we'll probably have to wait until Jaheira is unheld, and then perhaps we can rest. The length of time rigid thinking lasts in Baldur's Gate is just ridiculous. For what it does, for the fact that it just completely takes your character. Man, there he goes again. The fact that it completely takes your character out of commission and leads to this situation where sometimes your party members attack each other, the fact that it lasts this long is crazy. Apparently we are going to just have to cast Color Spray again, and we're gonna have to hope it lasts long enough. Oh dear. Oh dear, we've upset the tavern patrons. I think we accidentally put one of the tavern patrons asleep. This is quickly escalating into a terrible situation. So the Innkeeper isn't hostile towards us, but the 2 tavern patrons are rather upset that we've covered them in ink. Jaheira still hasn't woken up. Okay, there we go. Alright. At the very least, we can finally move her out of the wrath of Minsk, and Minsk himself is back to normal. So, as long as we have AI turned off, which we do, party AI is turned off, our party shouldn't automatically attack these hostile commoners. Now, it is unfortunate that they are hostile, but as long as we remember that and leave them alone, there shouldn't be too much trouble. Let's go ahead and read the letter that was on Nira's body. Be it known to all those of evil intent that a bounty has been placed upon the head of Luther of Gladstone, the foster child of Gorion. Last seen in the region of Baragos, this person is to be killed in quick order. The subject is to be considered a formidable foe and is likely to have a well-equipped traveling companions. The offer has been extended to all appropriate guilds. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 680 coins. That coin amount is just going straight up. As always, any that reveal the forces to the law shall join their fate, the fate of the targets. Now, what I'm really worried about now is we successfully avoided the death of any party member, which is arguably the best outcome we can have here. What I'm actually concerned about is if we go talk to the Innkeeper, is he not going to let us rest because we have hostiles in the area? No, we can still rest. Okay, that's good. We're going to take a couple nights rest after that kind of madness.
No! What the heck?
And we'll just, we'll scoot out. Those drunk patrons are still cleaning the color out of their hair, but you know what? All's well that ends well. Nobody died except Nira, and she was asking for it, so I'd say, in general, we got out of that with as best of a scenario as we could, given what we had to deal with. Who is this random person here? Tarius.
You haven't seen a man about this tall and this wide, have you? That lout.
I'm sorry I can't help you.
Excellent.
Alright, well, I have no idea what Terrace is. Anyway, now that all of that fun and excitement is over, we can finally continue to go back to the Knoll Stronghold, with the original plan of rescuing Dynahair and seeing just exactly what this Edwin fella is up to. It is a little sad. Edwin was a crucial part of keeping Jaheira alive there. Jaheira actually owes Edwin her life.
But what?
I feel like he would just be like, of course you owe me a Oh no, Nuber is talking. I haven't had a conversation this long. Well, forever. Yes, thank you, Nuber. It is a pity that we are too good-natured here to
An unexpected request.
not murder you. Of course, if you talk to Nuber over and over again, you get 400 EXP, and if you set it up so that he's right in the middle of your screen, you can just talk to him, hit the enter or the space key over and over again. You can rapid-fire succession, go through his dialogue. 400 EXP isn't really the end of the world or the beginning of the world for us, so we're just going to ignore that and keep going. Apparently, a bear has cornered us in a small cavern.
But what?
We'll have everyone swap over to their ranged weapons. Apparently Minx doesn't have one. That's fine, I suppose. Neither does Edwin. Alright, Minx and Edwin will run off to the side while everyone else tries to rain down a hail of ranged damage. Luther, meanwhile, will dance around as the bear follows him. Hey! Hey, you two in the back. What are you doing?
An unexpected request, but sure.
Kelly can't kill this bear on his own. Well, he probably can. It'll just take forever. Woo! Scary. Cave bear. Rolled a 1. Got very lucky. Interestingly, the cave bear rolled a 1. Let's see here. Where is it? Cave bear, cave bear. Oh, okay, I missed that it said critical miss. I thought it didn't count as a critical miss, but nope. Cave bear crit misses. Cave bear is very scary early on. Rapid succession of attacks, many attacks per round. And can quickly rack up damage on target. Good thing they're slow and a little awkward in their AI pathing, which means you can do things like this with them.
Fear not, ladies. I shall return.
Oh, Luther. You've charmed your way into all of our hearts. Alright, well, it wasn't an ogre mage this time that killed Khalid. That still threw me for a loop. An ogre mage. Correct me if I'm wrong, friends, if any of you know out there, but I'm almost certain you didn't fight ogre mages while being waylaid in the original. Not that I'm complaining, it's fine. It was an exciting twist.
Please, kind spirits, a wondrous ancient oak is in peril.
It is about to be attacked by two who would defile the majesty of nature. They have avoided my charms. I must be stopped before irreparable harm is done. Would you heed my plea? Only the basest of villains would take advantage of a gentle forest spirit. Lead on, and I will deal with them. I thank you, for although they seem dim of wit, they can still do much damage. This way. They are just ahead. I implore you, do what you must to make them leave.
Excellent. That might work.
Alright. Two fellows attacking a dryad's tree? This cannot stand!
I'm not surprised, but what the heck?
Hey there. I'm Caldo. This is my brother Crumb.
I don't know who you are, but I'll not have you sneaking out behind us while we work. We think there's treasure here in this tree, and if you want to get up front and help, do it. Otherwise, me and Crumb will do something, something real nasty. Ain't that right, Crumb? You don't really want to do this, do you? Just think of how, beautiful this tree is. It's truly a wonder of nature. Well, if you're not gonna help, I'm not gonna let you sit and watch us do it. You's probably gonna rob us when you're done, weren't you? Me and Crumb don't cotton to bandits one bit, do we, Crumb? What? Alright. Caldo and Crumb. Dangerous if you let them get close to you. Pathetic if you just run away and shoot them. You're noticing a pattern here with many of the early enemies in Baldur's Gate. Looks like they have their sights set on Luther, so we'll just have the rest of the party engage in range, and again, Minx and Edwin, lacking any sort of ranged attack, will stand from afar. Now that, my goodness, we're getting some strong hits here. Now that Caldo's dead and it's just Crumb, we can probably just have Luther and Minx engage in melee combat here. What I'm really worried about is the one-hit kill. Crumb, I'm sure, has high strength. We also have a random wolf that just decided to join the fray for whatever reason. Minsk is even in more danger than we are because his AC is worse. We really need to give him this splint mail. Let's pass it off to Khalid, not what we meant to do. Anyway, yeah, so Minsk is even less of the person we want to engage in melee combat here. We'll have him run around. At least Luther has a bow. Alright, Caldo's gone. Not a big deal there. Both of them wearing leather armor, making their AC not terribly admirable. We're gonna, again, pull Minsk back. His armor class is just so low because he's only wearing that leather armor. Now that the wolf is focused on Luther, we're much less worried, although I say that and we just took 6 damage. I guess we'll have to keep running away. Another wolf joins the fray. It's not worth it to put them to sleep with Edwin's color spray.
Excellent.
So I think best case scenario is we get them to follow Edwin or Minsk, preferably Minsk. And then we just have everyone else continue to rain a hail of arrows down on them. Nope! Alright, well, Minsk gets hit there. Luckily only took 4 damage, he'll live.
I'm not surprised.
And 1 or 2 more good hits here, and we should finally be done with this. Although this wolf is doing his best to give everyone in the party hell. Alright, 1 more hit. There it is.
No! Not what the heck?
Well, we managed to save the Dryad, although she seems to have disappeared.
Okay,
looks like a potion of healing, and, well... We can get rid of this bounty notice. We no longer need this. This funny hat can go to Khalid. We don't need a club. Well, no, we do need a club. Oh, just kidding. Jahira already has one. When did we pick one up for her? Oh, well. Yeah, Jahira Club Jahira seems to be the way to go. We'll go ahead and give Jahira the studded leather. That'll give her 1 more AC. With no real penalties. Other than just an increased weight. We don't need that shield of mediumness. Of mediocrity. Splint mail goes to Minsk since he's going to be on the front line. And I think that's just about everyone. I'm gonna find this Dryad. Where'd she go? Wow, she is gone. I'm a little confused. Am I just not seeing her? Where did she go? We didn't even cast any AoE spells. There's no reason she should have, like, become hostile, ran away. Wait a minute, that's a funny club. Wait, did I just say we don't need this club? Look at this. This club is clearly a +1 club. I'm insane, aren't I? Oh, there's the Dryad, alright. Alright, lady. Come on.
My tree is in such pain.
Thanks be to you. Here's a potion that might help you on your journeys. Alright, reputation, and somebody gained a level.
Steel on steel. The stuff of legend, right, Boo?
And Minsk happily proclaims to Boo that he's happy with the party. Looks like the Dryad gave us a potion of antidote, and let's go ahead and just level up our fighter Luther. No weapon proficiency points, but 14 HP, and Thako gets reduced by 1. Always a good thing, especially when you consider that first fighter level, well, that first level from anyone, really, but especially that first fighter level just gives them a massive doubling of their HP. You have literally 100% more HP than you started. It's never going to get more impactful than that. Going from 14 to 28. There's a huge difference between 14 and 28. With 14, we have to worry about getting one-shotted. With 28, nothing short of a very, very powerful critical hit will one-shot 28 HP. Oh boy. Who's this guy? Ingot.
Wretched fortress. If you go there, go to conquer.
What fortress do you mean?
The fortress to the west. I wish to roast the captive when the others would rather let her live within that cellar. Fools. And now my brethren make me an exile from my own clan. Hear me, I shall taste her flesh yet.
Interesting. Will he just stay here?
Excellent.
What would happen if you came here when you had Dynahair? So he's clearly talking about Dynahair. What would happen if you found a way to the Knoll stronghold without running into that guy? Oh, Knolls abound.
I'm not surprised.
However, with both Minsk and Luther in splint mail, as well as, yeah, the man himself, Khalid, although it looks like his weapon broke. No, we just never gave him his longsword back. Alright, there's a longsword for you, buddy. I guess we'll actually just give Minsk the scimitar, and we'll take the other bastard sword in case ours breaks. Probably need to get a dagger for Imoen.
No, not
anyway, with our 3 frontline fighters fully armored and ready to pack steel in melee combat, we're really not afraid of these gnolls. For the 2 back row fighters, I mean, Jaheira's not really a back row fighter per se. She just doesn't have amazing armor right now. But yeah, these guys really shouldn't be able to hurt us, damage us. Even if they do hit us, our front row fighters, except for Minsk. Actually, Minsk has that same problem where he's still level 1. Wait, what did Luther say? Luck and skill are brothers, Wartface. What? That is not a line that's not even used in the game. So I'm sure I've gushed over this several times before, but the lines here that Luther uses, that Lepcis managed to rip, a lot of them aren't even used in the actual Lands of Lore game, but they're still from the same voice actor. It's just amazing that we get to hear them here.
That might work.
Alright, well, enough of those gnolls. That is merely a taste of what is to come, which is an unending supply of gnolls. I don't know what order these episodes are going to come out in, but if you've watched the Evil Let's Play, you already know it's coming. Although, arguably, we're having a much better time this time. Not much of an option. You have to cross this bridge, so we'll encounter these 2 Ogrillians.
You go nowhere. It's our bridge. You pay to walk it.
I love that this is the voice actor of Bulk from Transformers Prime. Yeah, you pay 200 gold for all heads, or lose heads. Isn't 200 gold a little steep? I mean, do I look like I have that kind of coin? Okay, maybe 200 gold too much. Maybe you pay 100 gold. 100 gold for all heads, or lose heads. Pretty good deal. Still too much, I think. I'd rather just take the lung route around. This is interesting. I think this is the first time that both good Luther and evil Luther are selecting the same dialogue options, because it's definitely what they would say. They're not cowards. You had so dumb you not miss it. Yeah, we kill you and take stuff, and get gold anyway, dumbhead.
No, not in here.
So Ogrillians do stand a chance of dealing quite a bit of damage with their just manly man hands, but with their attention seemingly focused on Luther, perhaps we can chance a few rounds, maybe a round of melee combat here. Depending on how this goes. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pull characters back here. Oh, my goodness, I got the characters mixed up. They were focusing on Khalid. Khalid and Luther look somewhat similar here. Okay, we gotta pull everyone back. I can't believe we probably got lucky. So, which one was attacking here? Gnarl? Did Gnarl just miss, or did he never get his roll? Yeah, literally, Gnarl never made a roll. Remember, if you were one of the few or who actually stuck around for the whole statistical diagnosis in the first episode, we went into speed factor and initiative. Speed factor and initiative. That's coming into play here, because we see all of our characters got these attacks, but Gnarl didn't get to roll his attack, because it's almost certainly, if Gnarl had rolled an attack, Khalid would be very, very hurt right now. Whoa! I guess... yeah, just 8 slashing damage from Luther will take out that Ogrillian. Now that the remaining Ogrillian Hairtooth is focused on Luther, well, and now he's swapping targets. Hairtooth has now attacked Khalid, so we gotta pull Khalid back again. We really just need him focused on Luther. He's the only acceptable target here. We definitely don't want him going after Edwin, which he was doing there for a moment.
Not in here.
Alright, and that was very quick work of Hairtooth and Gnarl. They had a couple potions on their persons, as well, of course, as the Gauntlets of Dexterity, raising Dex by 18. I'm trying not to equip things until we identify them. If you were looking at all of this and going, Chezni, I don't understand. Those are clearly items that you know what they are. Why aren't you equipping them? But I figure we'll just wait until they're ID'd. Since we're attempting to approach a more roleplay-esque style here, as much as it makes me grate my teeth. What we're doing here is looking to find who has the best lore. Minsk and Luther both have a lore of 0. Definitely lore of 0 is coming from Luther's Wisdom of 3. Khalid has a lore of 4. Our Thief with 13. Jahira with 19. Yeah, so Jahira is our best bet to identify any of these things. Though something makes me think that she probably won't be able to actually know what these are. We'll still give it a try. A lore of 13, or sorry, a lore of 19, which she has, comparatively is much, much higher than everyone else's. It's still not very high, though, in the grand scheme of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, she doesn't know what any of these are.
Excellent.
And that's fine. But to make this a little different than the Evil Run, let's go grab the Tome of Leadership first. A little bit different than the Evil Run. The Evil Run made me look like I didn't know what I was doing here. What am I talking about? Chezni never knows what he's doing. Alright, we're going to wait for everybody to regroup because ordering is a little bit important here in these close quarters. The three biggins here, Khalid, Minsk, and Luther, should probably be arguably the main force here. We'll go ahead and take Imoen with us as well, and we'll keep her very far in the back.
What the heck? Excellent.
She can provide support from a range. Wait, what? I think Edwin was upset. I thought I could think no less of this group, but this behavior.
I'm not surprised.
Anyway, the Zarts here aren't dangerous, really at all, to our front row fighters. I say that, and Minsk almost dies. So I suppose if they land a hit on an already injured party member, they could stand to be a little dangerous.
Excellent.
Anyway, in general, Zarts just aren't threatening. The real reason we wanted to ensure proper party order is just to make sure that we don't get caught off guard. And, you know, one of our backline characters gets stuck in between a group of Zarts or something.
I'm not. What the heck?
It's probably being over-precautious, but as you see, even Minsk, the mighty berserker, stands to find himself in danger every now and then. So, now might be a good time to talk about Minsk's berserk ability. So, I tend to almost never use it. And frankly, it's for the same reason that we encountered in the bar. Do you like having Minsk attacking your party members? If the answer is no, then you probably don't ever want to make him go berserk.
Excellent.
There are a couple of situations where making Minsk go berserk can be advantageous, such as if you know he's going to be surrounded by enemies and you know he's going to be on his own and he just needs to go crazy and take out everything, then yes, obviously that's a good scenario to go berserk in. However, in general, in party situations, when everyone's all grouped up, having Minsk go berserk is a very good way to reenact the situation we found ourselves in the bar.
Not in here.
And so primarily we won't be using it. It's a good way to give him 15 extra HP, which is a ton early on. I think it's 15 anyway. Yeah, 15 HP, 2 turns. Now what's the difference between a turn and a round? Can't even remember. Are they the same thing? A round is 6 seconds. What the heck's a turn? Yeah, I'll have to look that up later. While enraged, gains +2 to strength and dex. Becomes immune to charm, confusion, fear, and feeble. I didn't quite realize that. Level drain, maze, stun, and sleep. Basically, they just become unstoppable. Gains 15 HP. Yeah, I think... I didn't quite... Whoa, wait, what? So about those Zards, I didn't even realize they were attacking us. Alright. Oh, this became very tragic very quickly. Alright. So while we were babysitting our fighters, making sure they were up in front and keeping everyone safe, everyone else is dying. We lost Imoen, we lost Edwin, we're going to maybe lose Jaheira. We lost Jaheira. Wait, who exploded? Oh, the Zart did, good. Thought our party member died there. Well, this is an extremely unlikely turn of events, and very, very quickly, as the scenario that I described earlier, where you can lose your back line rather fast, we just lost the entire back line. This is horrible. How do we recover from this? We tried to salvage the situation by casting Color Spray, but that just ended up killing Jaheira. We had a very, very good save in the bar, and now we've blundered horribly here. We're going to have to be creative in how we handle this situation now. We're going to stuff all the scrolls in this case. We're going to have to be efficient with our inventory slots, because we're going to have to pick up all of the stuff that our dead party left behind. Oh, I guess that wasn't as bad as I thought. And yeah, Khalid didn't have a custom line when he was trying to pick up things that was too much for him. So we lost our healer.
An unexpected request, but sure.
All for what? What did we come in here to gain? Oh, great, a carrion crawler.
No,
we probably don't really want to mess around with this thing, so we're going to swap over to range. We'll pull back. No, Khalid is encumbered. That's not helpful in the slightest. We need to give some of this heavy stuff to Minsk. Alright, we should be good now. Minsk will get the carrion crawler's attention, hopefully. Maybe. Maybe? Come on, carrion. Okay. The real problem is, carrion crawler, we cannot afford to let it actually hit someone, because it's not the initial hit, of course, that is so scary. It is the paralysis that follows, and pretty much the immediate consummation of the paralyzed person while they are alive. 420 EXP, not too bad. Especially now that it's only being split 3 ways instead of 4. We have to get this book. Okay, so the Tome of Leadership is down here somewhere. Perhaps it's here. How do you think the party's gonna explain this one? Everyone's gonna wake up from being dead, and I feel like Jaheira's gonna just be like, oh sure, leave us behind, because you men, you know, you big strong men are gonna go scout ahead and make sure everything's safe. Yeah, congratulations, great job you did there. You left us with a lunatic that knocked me out, and next thing I know, a Zard is stabbing me.
Excellent.
It's unfortunate, to say the least. Oh, I think we finally found the tome here. Assuming Minx doesn't die in another tragic accident, we'll be able to grab it and then get out. Alright. A lot of gold. It'll be probably immediately spent going towards resurrection fees.
Okay, had to try.
You have need of me?
Excellent. An unexpected request.
And we got the Tome of Leadership. Once identified, we'll be able to use it, which will raise our dex permanently by 1. Of course, it makes the most sense to use that on the main character, since his stats are the only things that are going to import into the next game. With another string of Zards here, I'm not eager to fight them, but it perhaps might even be safer to fight them than it would be to try to avoid them.
Fear not, lady. I'm not surprised. But what?
A stray hit on Minsk would surely spell his doom, though. Oh, and now Khalid as well. These two really need their next level. Alright, so it looks like Luther has managed to catch the attention of 2 of them. Now 1, that the other one's dead. We'll have Khalid swap to his bow, and perhaps Minx can draw the Zart's attention, giving Khalid an opportunity to get a shot off here. Looks like Luther managed to make short work of the 3 Zarts that were troubling him. And surprisingly enough, the 15 EXP that you get from them was enough to get Khalid that next level. Let's go ahead and level him up in mid-combat even, just to give him the extra HP. Which will put him back in the range of safety, allowing him to combat this Zart without really any fear. Now Minsk is the only one in danger.
What the heck?
And we just need to get out of here and res our dead party.
No,
Edwin will be upset, and Minsk might even get a little testy because we're not rescuing Dynahair right away. Cannot believe what a horrible, horrible blunder this was. I know I keep saying that, and perhaps I should just let it go, but I can't. We had everything going for us. A minor misstep and suddenly we lose people. Oh, we can't exit on this part of the map. I wonder what's in this cave. Famous last words. Ah! Yeah, famous last words indeed.
But sure.
Let's just leave. If they'll let us. I don't know if they're going to. Come on, guys, run. Run. Just run. It's fine. The blue men can't catch you. Yeah, seriously though, I feel like the party's never gonna let these 3 live it down. We got some distance on them. We can probably have Khalid and
I'm not surprised.
Luther turn around and just take a shot here.
No, not in here.
Maybe we can at least get one of them. Got the one, maybe a second? Nice. Alright, let's keep this up.
Request, but sure. No, not in here.
A miss from Khalid, a hit from Luther.
An unexpected request, but sure.
Looks like this might actually allow us to explore the cave. 2 misses.
What the heck?
Hopefully this isn't a dead end. That would be tragic. You know, a lot of misses here. Only with the 1 Zart, I feel pretty comfortable having Luther engage in this. In fact, even Khalid can just engage in this. Minsk still needs to stay back. Even though they're not targeting him, we don't want that weird circumstance where suddenly they switch targets, roll a hit, and then we lose yet another party member. We really wouldn't be able to carry everything back then.
No, not in here.
Any day now. Yeah, that Zart rolled a 19. And he appears to be attacking Luther. So even on a 19, the Zarts can't hit Luther. Which means nothing short of a critical hit will put him in any danger when fighting the tiny blue men. Oh, it's another one.
You have need of my best.
Oh, why is Minx here?
I'm not
All right.
What the heck?
Hopefully that's the last of them. Minxkier has been suffering from fatigue. I'm not entirely certain why Luther and Khalid aren't. Does it have something to do with them leveling up? I feel like they definitely have spent enough time without sleeping that they should totally be tired. Oh, there's nothing in here. Alright, fine. Fine. This is fine. And now, the long and arduous journey back to Baragos, Nashkel, where hopefully we can res our long dead friends, well, short dead friends, shortly dead, have been dead for a short amount of time. We'll get there eventually. But hey, we got the tome. At what cost, though? Jahira's gonna be... Oh, come on!
Excellent.
Alright, so if you didn't know, Baldur's Gate rolls dice to see if monsters spawn in at the turn of the hour at times. That's probably what happened here, is these Zarts spawned in due to the passage of time. More annoying than actually dangerous. I don't... Well, there's our critical hit, isn't it? Yep. 20 minus 1, 7 piercing damage from the Zart. If 7 is the average we can expect from a critical hit, Luther still isn't in any danger. Now, what was that? A hit on Khalid with a 19. Alright, so Khalid's armor obviously isn't as good as Luther's. What's the difference here? -1 versus 1. So we can assume then that a 17 will hit Khalid. I think Khalid can probably take one more hit here, so we're still going to keep him in the fight.
I'm not surprised. Okay, had to try.
And hopefully they'll fall somewhat soon. Have Minx maybe sneak around here and try and assist a little bit. This is taking forever otherwise. I know I said we weren't going to, but they seem properly focused on Luther and Khalid. Could grab a short sword for Imoen. Should we ever have a need to backstab something, although I don't really feel like we need to. Now, what is this? This is a bastard sword. We don't want that. We want long swords in this party. This is a party of long swords. Everyone knows all good doers of good always use long swords. Also, this priest. Either this priest is so tired of seeing us, or when we come in and leave, he just, like, has been stifling his laughter the entire time he was rezzing our friends, and then just bursts out laughing when we finally exit. Anyway, Imoen's level 2, Jahira's level 2, Edwin's level 1. We're looking at 500 gold. That is so much gold. Ugh, so much gold. Looks like another weapon broke. Looked like it was the scimitar we gave Minx. I didn't even realize we had him using that scimitar. I would have had him with the two-handed sword, but whatever. If we have to have a weapon break, it might as well be the scimitar, not the two-hander. Perhaps we can even nip on over to the Nashkel General Store, pick up a couple more long swords. Doesn't sound like a terrible idea. And perhaps a longbow for Minsk, if we have any money left after this resurrection spree. This guy's probably just like, what? How are you? Can you guys stay alive for a week, please? Just a week is all I'm asking. Everyone's tired.
But sure.
As long as we don't upset any more tavern patrons, we can probably safely take a snooze in the inn. But first, longswords and longbows, and selling of things we have equipped. We're going to want to unequip those necklaces that we equipped to save on the inventory space that apparently we didn't really need.
That might work.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage.
Funnily enough, I kind of want to buy Minsk a mace. You know, there's a edge case scenario where with that two-weapon fighting style he has, you could give him a mace in each hand. Or you could even... yeah, mace in each hand. Longbow, why not? Let's get the guy 2 maces. I think that's funny. I don't know how long we'll be using Minsk, but I think this is great. Wait, how does this work? Ah, there we go. Yeah, so now he's got an extra attack with a -4 due to his 2 points of proficiency. Pretty sure anyway. Let's double check that. I keep quoting that, but I should really verify that. Where does it? Doesn't actually say. Offhand damage 7 to 12, strength 5. It's not showing our. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, okay. Offhand Thaco, yeah. So 22. So yeah, the offhand has a -2, whereas his main hand is just the +0 or -0, however you want to look at that. Okay, short bow. Short bow goes to Imoen. This will take a moment. It's due to the... Wait, what is this? Potion of Hill Giant Strength. Strength of 19. Very high. Probably best given to Khalid or Jaheira. Give it to Khalid for now. And if we find ourselves in a dicey fight, we'll have him chug that. I think we just gave Minsk Jaheira's helmet. I doubt she'll be too pleased by that. In fact, I'm certain she'll insist on having a new helmet purchased for her, due to the musk that inevitably would enter the helmet after Minsk puts it on. We're going to go back and give all of the... We'll get rid of the History of Dead 3. All of the unidentified items to Jaheira. She'll be our unidentified stuff holder. Not sure who had the quarterstaff. Large shield going back to Jaheira. We're almost there. Now, whose short sword is this? Why do we have so many short swords? Like, one of them can definitely go to Imoen. Did Khalid just have a bunch of short swords? Did we pick these up on accident? I don't think anyone else can use them. Let's just pitch them. Sling goes Edwin. Or does it? No, Sling goes again to Jaheira. Alright, so I guess we'll pick up... We'll pick up a sling, another sling. Several bullets. Should have done this before, but of course we were being... cocky's not the right word, but I'm sure it still applies. Fearless. We'll go with fearless. We were being fearless. Guess we didn't need that many stones. Edwin, you can just carry all the stones. It's fine. It's amazing how they don't weigh anything, somehow. It's fine. I have mixed feelings about ammunition in this game. On the one hand, I understand that it exists. On the other hand, it's kind of a pain. You know, in the original Baldur's Gate, you could only put 20 in a slot. So managing your ranged things was even worse. Okay, I think that's close enough.
Excellent.
Now, questions. We could buy some proper armor for Jaheira.
But sure.
We'd also buy a longbow for Minsk. I think that makes more sense. Let's get Minsk a longbow, that way he can join in the ranged fights. Drop 20... Wait, why am I saying 20? Drop 12.
No, that might work.
The customer is always right.
12 packages of arrows here. Why 12 more for Luther? 12 more for Khalid. I was hoping we could pick some of these up along the way, but it looks like we... Oh, and you know, I'm handling this very poorly. If we were really trying to min-max here, we'd take the person with the highest charisma, which is Imoen, put up front.
You're all buffle-headed.
Now, when we buy things, we'll be using Imoen's charisma instead of ours. I think it should be a little cheaper. Yeah, look at that. We could have saved like 20 gold on the composite longbow. Oh well, too late now. Still not too late to get the extra gold bonus when we sell things, though, with Imoen. Even though Luther is... These items are coming out of Luther's inventory, it's still using Imoen's charisma. And the question is... I think Imoen is proficient in... Oh, my mistake. She's not proficient in dagger. She is proficient in short swords, so... I guess we'll keep her with that short sword.
Might we stop?
Splint mail for Jaheira. That's going to let us rotate the studded leather over to Imoen. It's going to be an upgrade all around. We'll put Luther back up front.
The politics here seem worse than my curse. I'm not... What the heck?
You know, I realized that we could have turned... We could have had Luther be a druid. Specifically the shape-shifting druid. That could simulate the creatures he turns into. But it wouldn't be out of our control, so... Wouldn't quite be the same. Of course, you could argue that perhaps it's because he has control over his curse now. Now you notice we can't rest now because there are, quote, monsters nearby. And we were able to rest earlier, and this is because the innkeeper was back here. So all of the party was back here, and the monsters weren't close enough. Now I'm hoping maybe if we pull everyone back here, we can try it again, see if it counts. Nope, still monsters. Alright, well, unless we want to kill these two commoners, we are now unable to sleep in the inn in Nashkel for the rest of the game. And because we're good, arguably, we are not going to do that.
What the heck?
Which means we need to leave the city outskirts, enter the city outskirts, leave the city proper, in order to get a good night's sleep. I love that. Even though we're a party of good, we now have this terrible reputation in the only inn in Nashkel, and they're not telling us we can't sleep there. We are just very politely understanding that we're not welcome, and we're choosing to go somewhere else to sleep. I guess the carnival's a good place. They shouldn't be too upset if we sleep here. Nice. It's not an inn, but yes, it will at least give us a little bit of healing. Now, Entangle is a good spell, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to take another Cure Light Wounds just to kind of speed this healing process up a little bit.
Often, but tonight the visions are vivid indeed. Long have you walked, but now you find yourself back amidst the stones of Candlekeep. Your former home looms before you, but the gate is closed and barred. Over the walls there is a candle in your old room, but as the light goes out, the bricks surrounding the window closes together. The very walls conspire to keep you at bay. A familiar voice startles you. Though it is calm and caring, you cannot go back this way, child. You must go on. Gorion forms before you. And though his image should be comforting, it seems but a shade of his living self. He is dead in your dreams, as in life. The phantom of your foster father gestures toward the blackness of the wood, as though it should be inviting. Perhaps it is, in a way, but the traveling will be hard. As you think this, a smooth and obvious path becomes clear out of the corner of your eye. It seems meant for you, pulls at your very being, and promises to quickly lead you away from the life you once led. Perhaps this would be for the best, but it is a bit too convenient for your liking. You do not wish to dwell upon the loss you have endured, but neither should it be forgotten. Gorion smiles and fades away. The pull becomes a push, but you turn away, steadfast in your new direction. The way is not quite as clear, but it is sure to be interesting nonetheless. A whisper follows as you stride away, something vestigial and sinister that you recognize, but yet have never heard. You will learn. You don't look back.
Alright, so this is the good version of the first dream, quite different from the evil version. You can see here that the entire dialogue, or the narrative rather, is very different. You see here that the opening mentions that you can't go back because the bricks close. So the safety of the comfort of your home that you knew and loved no longer accessible to you. And Gorion is telling you, you can't go back this way. Unlike in the evil version where you just saw Gorion dying over and over again from this hulking armored figure and you thought, I want that power, and so on and so forth. There is some sort of easier path that seems like it was meant for you, but you turn away from it, and some sinister voice tells us that we will learn. So the good dream is much more one of resistance, whereas the evil dream is one of excitedness for carnage. And there she lay, pale and bloodless at my side. Woeful be the path of the elves, said I. Woeful be the path of all who trod this glade, for Nosferatu's once fair love has died. Oh, she has died. I'm not going to sing all this, not that I'm really even singing in the first place. So we'll just go ahead and speed read this. Midst coffers full and coffins bare, there came the fearsome devil bat, red blood, red eyes, and ruddy hair, but none more red than two sharp teeth that glistened there. There ends Galahane's last and best loved work, Nosferatu. Enjoy the rest of the carnival, ladies and gentlemen, a finer one I have not seen in years.
What the heck?
Is that the actual story of Nosferatu? Probably not.
I'm always ready to entertain.
Well, seems like we've stumbled upon a random entertainer, the Great Gazib. Hi, and well, and welcome. You have stumbled upon the Great Gazib Show, starring yours truly, the Great Gazib. Allow me to introduce the amazing Upa, the world's only exploding ogre. Yes, well, isn't that nice of you? I'll just be going now, and my goodness, that ogre exploded! I'd have to be an idiot not to want to see that again.
I'm always ready to entertain.
Fun for the whole family. Now let's try that crowd pleaser one more time. Why, yes, it is. It is the amazing Upa. And he exploded. Well, I mean, 2 times is fine and all, but 3 times would just be even better.
I'm always ready to entertain.
You're either a die-hard fan or a sadist friend. No, Upa. Just one more time. One last. Then you can go back to the tent. Upa, put down the weapon. Upa, aye!
No, not in here.
All right. Well, we've unfortunately upset Upa. Upa got a little too tired of exploding, as I think most of us can relate to every now and then. Most of us don't want to explode. Upa functions as any normal ogre would. We forgot to equip Minsk with his bow. Go ahead and do it like that. No, that doesn't make any sense. Here's that bastard sword. We'll do it like this. Alright, everyone should have a range attack now. Strategy is quite familiar to you at this point.
You have need of me?
You can say it with me, run around in circles, and shoot stuff. Somebody jokingly said in a forum for Baldur's Gate that the true hard mode would be to play the game without any ranged weapons whatsoever. I would have to agree.
Excellent.
Alright, well, Upa dropped a scroll of exceptional strength. No, just strength. Interestingly enough.
I'm not surprised, but what? That might...
Well, alright. That was a fun diversion. Let's keep going. 52 hours to get to the Knoll Stronghold. Yeah, Minsk is getting a little antsy here. We take too long. My charge is in desperate peril. If we do not go now, you are a coward.
You are so irritating.
I have hired you for this service, for a purpose, and I expect results. If the witch is not found and dealt with, soon I shall be forced to sever our relationship. Gladly, I should think. Yes, Minsk and Edwin, both going after the same woman for very different reasons, are getting a little upset with us for having taken so long. It's okay. We should manage to be able to get to Dynahair fairly soon. Hopefully. Hopefully no more people will die. Everything will be fine. There will be no problems. Wait. Oh, I just realized who that quarterstaff belonged to. We just gave somebody Edwin's quarterstaff. Alright, here we go. Knolls abound. Finally, in the Knoll Stronghold, we actually encounter a Knoll. We're going to pull back all the back row fighters just to doubly make sure that they're safe. Otherwise, we have a pretty good setup here to make very quick work of these Knolls. Edwin, please, please, please. Edwin. We bought you a sling. Use the sling.
I'm not... What the heck?
Edwin. Edwin. Now, ideally, Jaheira would always be in the front. In the back line, if that makes sense. So, We would have our 3 fighters up front. Luther would be leading the charge. We must need like 2 triangle formations so that Luther is always attacked if they're attacking the front, and Jaheira is always attacked if they're attacking the back. That would require a lot of micromanagement though, and we're not going to even mess with being that pedantic. Especially because, again, climbing up these stairs, we see another group of gnolls, and we just are not that afraid of them. The front line is fully armored. The back line has proper... Whoop! Alright, I don't know why I opened my mouth. Apparently, Khalid took quite a bit of damage. What hit us? No... Oh, these are Gnoll elites. That would explain a little bit. Yeah, Khalid, 15 damage from a Gnoll. That was just a regular hit. That wasn't even a crit. 19 on a hit. We barely missed a crit. Probably would have resulted in Khalid's death. We'll go ahead and have him drink a potion of healing just to kind of keep him in the fight. And everyone else will continue to use their ranged attacks. So Minx gets hit. Now if Minx took 15 damage, he'd just be dead. No questions asked. But he only takes 1. So we dodged the bullet on that one. For some reason, Luther's not attacking anyone.
You're a queer fellow. What you want?
Actually, let's go ahead and move Jaheira up in front there. That way, when we select them, she'll be in the proper position as far as safety of the party goes. Now, I've always been a little bit of a fan of this position right here, this formation down. I know it might be hard to see on your screen, but that one's a good one. I also do like the triangle. It looks like we have 2 different triangles here. One triangle and then a more narrow triangle. Let's go with the more narrow triangle as our main formation here. Khalid, being a glutton for punishment, we're going to pull him back. Hopefully the Gnoll goes after Luther. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, and some Zarts came in. Okay, that's great. Khalid will swap over to his ranged weapon. We just need to quickly dispatch this thing. Jaheira will actually swap over to her melee weapon. We'll pincer this guy on the stairs. She's even being attacked by that Zart, but we don't have to worry because she's got the bonus from her shield. Looks like somebody's weapon broke here on the ground. Jaheira got hit, but nothing we can't handle. Okay, Jaheira got hit again. That's not what we want, but still manageable. Took a lot of damage in that fight. Hopefully the triangle formation serves us well. Alright, let's take a look here. We definitely want to heal while we have a little bit of downtime. Now, because we had that dream sequence, Luther now has a Cure Light Wound spell, although I'd like to hang on to that, because that's going to be very handy if we need it for an emergency in the middle of combat. Now, we're going to attempt something a little fancy here. We're going to swap everyone over to... Oh, Luther's longsword broke, so he's not going to be as efficient in melee combat anymore. It's a pity. We forgot to buy extra longswords at the shop. That's fine. We'll be able to still handle this situation. Now, we could cast Bless preemptively, but Bless doesn't last forever. Only lasts 6 rounds. Still, though, we could do it. Why is Minx still tired? So weird. I feel like fatigue is a little bugged. But okay, we're gonna have to have... Wait, I just realized that this formation is totally wrong. Oh my goodness, this triangle formation puts the leader in the back. We don't want that. Alright, we'll use the wider triangle formation that puts the leader in the front. Fortunately, I would have preferred the smaller triangle, but oh well. Alright, Luther in the front.
I'm not surprised, but what?
Khalid, Minx. No. Whoops, we accidentally told Minx to attack Jaheira. Khalid also in the front. We want these 3 specifically to move about there.
But sure.
Now, Edwin's going to do a funny little trick here. You're already familiar with it if you watch the Evil Let's Play. We're going to go up to this choke point, wait for these gnolls to come forward, and then drop a color spray spell, which is going to give us the opportunity to...
I'm not surprised.
Move in, and actually, I thought we were going to need our front row fighters to fill this choke even more, but look at this. These bodies here have blocked the path.
No,
so we can swap everyone back over to their ranged attacks. If I can hit the right buttons. There we go. Everyone back over to their ranged attacks and just rain down damage on these gnolls that are already awake. Now we need the length on color spray. How long does color spray last? All creatures 5 rounds. That's very generous.
Excellent.
Alright, so we have 5 rounds to just shoot stuff with these guys. Now we're definitely going to shoot that Gnoll Chieftain while he's awake, because we really want to take him out. We have plenty of time here to shoot the other ones while they're unconscious. Now we have a Gnoll Veteran, and a regular Gnoll. We're definitely going to go after the Gnoll Veterans first. Now when someone is unconscious, all attacks made against them automatically hit. So you see here, we're having no troubles whatsoever. That Gnoll Veteran woke up, but he's pathing somewhere weird down into the cellar, I believe that other Gnoll called it.
I'm not surprised, but what? That might work.
He's going after Jaheira. Jaheira can just swap to her club and be fine here. We're gonna have our ranged attackers focus on the Gnoll Veteran, just because we don't want to really engage him, and that's that.
Excellent. What the heck?
Is that all of them? Yeah, it might be. Nope, we got another group here. Alright, same story as before. Pull everyone back and get Edwin in position for the masterful color spray. Probably already said this before, but sleep overall is just a better spell. I know we're making good use of color spray here, but really, sleep would be doing the same thing, except we wouldn't have to position Edwin. We could just simply cast the spell, and it would have the same effect without hitting our party. There are slight differences between the two spells, but the outcome is functionally just the same.
What the heck?
With less work. And much lower risk. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen here, so we're going to take a quick save. I know. I said I was going to try not to save while playing, but we are going to take a quick save at a couple locations in the game in case something like this happens. We're going to have Minsk We're going to have Minsk talk to Dynahair and see how Edwin reacts.
Thy decency is refreshing. So many we meet are lacking.
Thine assistance is most appreciated. 'Twas a dastardly fate thou hast saved me from. Why do you stay the killing blow? Killer! I see bravery was not all that motivated thee. Take it that I am rescued from one death. To die by another, then? How can this cause be just? I urge caution. The likes of him are best kept at a polearm's length. Listen not to the witch's lies. We had a deal. Put aside his paranoid goals, and make a far better friend than an enemy. Well, again, we were just keeping Edwin with us to keep an eye on him, so to say. So we will say, a voice of reason at last. Join my group with no fear. I never liked him anyway. I knew intelligence would prevail. Simple common sense. The foil of every red wizard. Yes, so if you didn't know, Edwin is a red wizard. I believe they're the red wizards of Thay, although I could be wrong on that. They are... I don't pretend to know all the lore behind them, but they're basically just a really aggressive group of wizards. If they'll not do the deed, then our deal is forfeit. You side with the witch, then you will die with her. Beware my return. Alright, we're actually going to need to kill him now, because if we don't, then he's going to run away with all our stuff, I just realized. Which might be viewed as being a little villainous, but... he threatened Dynahair and wants to kill her, so we're going to put an end to this. Technically, this is outside the realm of law. Wait a minute, we're not lawful good. We're chaotic good. No, this is totally in line. Never mind. This is totally legal. We just need to kill him before he actually despawns. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be.
I'm not surprised.
Goodbye, Edwin.
Good request, but sure.
Perhaps your carcass shall feed the gnolls.
No, that might work.
Do gnolls eat carrion? I don't know, actually. Anyway, so we traded one wizard for another. Dynahair is an invoker, I believe. Yes, a lawful good invoker. Interesting. I didn't realize she was so aligned with the forces of good. Wait a minute. Oh, weird. The scroll case immediately went into our inventory. It doesn't even say it does. But I'm pretty sure it did. I don't remember picking it up. And he was carrying it, right? Huh. Guess we didn't need to kill him after all. Oops. Oh well. Well, we got the sling, right? That totally made it worth it. That's the sling. Yeah. Anyway.
Excellent.
Alright. I think that's probably a good place to call it. Let's try to extract Dynahair, actually. We're gonna go back to this formation just simply because it works better for the bridge. Although, we really want to make sure that the frontliners are in front. Let's make sure they've got their melee weapons equipped, and we'll try to sneak out. Mostly because, as we saw with the Zarts down below, the game sometimes likes to spawn gnolls on this stairway. Come on, Imoen. Don't be silly. Yep, there we go. It's okay, a couple of gnolls shouldn't be too much trouble. Especially this one that got trapped. Saving our backline. And that's how a gnoll fight should go. So what spells does Dynahair have? Oh, she has good ones. And by good one, I mean she has Magic Missile.
I'm not surprised. What the heck?
Magic Missile and Sleep. That's all you need. Who the heck sells Sleep? I wonder if the guy at High Hedge does. We might need to go there. I think he's like the game's only early wizard seller. At any rate, thank you for watching another Please Insert CD Let's Play, my friends. I had a lot of fun playing. Hopefully you had a lot of fun watching. Links below the movie if you want to get the Lands of Lore Luther mod for yourself, in addition to link to our website. Otherwise, I appreciate the time you've spent with some crazy person on the internet. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care out there, and I will see you in the next one.